Cool. Wait a minute. Coach's name was Corey couldn't see behind the
ABC Sports presents high school basketball. Tonight's game is brought to you by Southeastern Med, Doan Ford, WB Green Insurance, West 40 Auto Sales, Muskingum Valley Health Centers, Edward Jones, Teresa Cowden, Park National Bank, and Abel's Electric Heating and Cooling.
Basketball on Nash Icon. I'm Bill Castler. Joining me tonight. Tonight we're going to feature a game. The Ridgewood Generals and the John Glenn Muskies will be on. I'm Bill Castler, and joining me, Mike Snively. Mike, Muskies come in 3-7. They've got a tough team tonight. Generals come in 9-3. They're a very good basketball team.
Well, Ridgewood's on quite the roll, athletically speaking, up there for the last few years. Very good athletic program, football, basketball, baseball, and the success continues to carry over. And Coach Dolick up there at Ridgewood's done a fantastic job lately. Ridgewood coming in on a 3-game win streak. Conversely speaking, John Glenn will be on a 3-game losing streak. So not a game you see a lot, an IVC team coming down to play an MVL team, although Ridgewood did play Riverview this year and handled them, Riverview is now in the MVL. So kind of a out-of-conference matchup we don't see a lot of, but we should see more of because locally there are a lot of good local rivalries out of that.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, Ridgewood isn't the IVC. They are a division lower, but they've got some players. I want to talk about some of the guys that the Generals have. Number 2, Gabe Tingle, missed the first 7 games of the year, but he's a real leader and is an excellent player, probably the best athlete on the team, also the quarterback on the football team. Number 12, Cole Hamilton, and number 14, Dalton Patterson, lead the way for the Generals. They are 9-3. And talked to Coach Troy Dolick before the game. He mentioned the fact, basically, he said, their defensive intensity, he said, we have to match it. We can't give them second opportunities off the board. We can't turn the ball over.
Yeah, that's the key there. You got to control the tempo. And Ridgewood, this is a more defensive team this year than the team last year that made the regionals and lost in a close game down there to, I believe it was Proctorville-Fairland. But their season cut short down there at Ohio University right before COVID hit. And then they did lose a couple key players from last year's team, but with Tingle getting healthy now, coming back from the shoulder injury from football, it seems like they're on a little bit of a roll right now.
So, and they are, and of course some bad news for the Muskies as number 33, Colin Campbell, a normal starter, will not be available tonight. So he's out of the game. That's going to hurt the Muskies a little bit, but of course they still have Avery Palmer.
Yeah, Palmer comes in. Let me check my stats here and get my glasses in. Palmer comes in. He's averaging 14 points a game. He's getting about 4 or 5 rebounds a game, and he's getting about 3 or 4 assists a game. Also leading the Muskies is, let's see, Mr. Walker here. Can't think of his first name. There it is, Nathan Walker. I'm sorry, about called him Nate, which I would have been half correct. Nate comes in double-digit score as well, a little bit over 10 points a game, averaging about 5 rebounds a game and almost 4 assists. So Nate Walker's putting together some good stat lines so far this year.
So, and also coming off the bench, doing a nice job when I saw him against West, Skylar Bates, number 20. He can be a key man for the Muskies. As he comes off, he handles the ball very well. He's a lot, to me, like Avery Palmer is. He can create a little bit.
Yeah, Bates normally plays a lot of games, but he's coming in averaging 3 points a game, gets a lot of good time in, and he's out there for his defensive capabilities as well.
All right, it is the Muskies and the Generals tonight. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with more from John Glenn High School right after this.
Here at MVHC, we offer adult, dental, pediatric, women's, pharmacy, and transportation services, as well as behavioral health. We accept all patients. Make your appointment today if you're not feeling well.
I was sitting in my car, and it wouldn't start. I lifted the hood, and the engine was falling apart. What would I do? My eyes filled with tears. Then on the radio, I heard of West 40 by Pay here, where for a little money down and a little each week, I could have a car, nice, shiny, and sleek. So I walked in the door, and I put the money down. Now I got a nice car that I can drive around. West 40 by Pay here will help rebuild your credit. The corner of Dewey and Route 40 in Cambridge, don't you forget it.
West 40 Auto Sales, corner of Route 40 and Dewey Avenue in Cambridge, is home of a guaranteed credit approval, with most loans approved while you wait. Go to their website to fill out an online loan application, west40autosales.com. You'll also find their weekly special listed there.
I'm Peg. I'm a senior trust officer, but also a gardener and listener.
At Park National Bank, we're more than our job titles, and you're more than an account number. You get personal attention and direct access to a caring, compassionate banker who respects and responds to your needs and goals. Find Peg or a banker near you at parknationalbank.com. Park National Bank, where you need more.
Investments are not FDIC insured, not bank guaranteed, and may lose value. parknationalbank.com.
Your 401k is likely one of your most important assets, but it's only one part of a comprehensive retirement strategy. Edward Jones can help you understand how your retirement assets fit into your entire retirement picture so you can work toward meeting your unique retirement goals. Contact me, Teresa Cowden, your Edward Jones financial advisor on Main Street in New Concord. Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC.
And welcome back to John Glenn High School. Bill Castler, Mike Snively with you here, getting ready for the opening tip between the John Glenn Little Muskies and the Ridgewood Generals. A couple of different conferences battling here tonight as the Muskingum Valley Conference takes on the Inner Valley Conference, conference from up north, course of Ridgewood, located in Coshocton County, West Lafayette. So not too far off. So this should be a pretty good local rivalry. It's one that could pick up. And the Generals, as we talked about, have had a very good program over the last few years.
Yeah, as the crow flies, it's not that far at all, but you got to hit some country roads to go the back way, and you could come this way on the interstate. But, yeah, it should be a nice game tonight. Two teams I've never seen matched up in a basketball game, so I'm sure there is some type of series totals for this game. I'm sure they played it somewhere down the line, but it's not in my memory bank.
Getting ready now for the national anthem right before the tip-off. And, of course, we'll have the introduction of the starting lineups. And with that, we'll take a quick break. We'll be back with more from the John Glenn High School Gymnasium right after this.
Not disappear just because COVID is here. Whether you are experiencing pain in your knee, tingling in your fingers, or a sore back, Superior Med Orthopedics is here for you. Superior Med Orthopedics patients' health and safety is their top priority, and they currently offer telehealth visits for your initial appointment. Take comfort in knowing when you come to Superior Med Orthopedics facility, they are following all protocols to ensure you remain safe. Find out all their team offers by visiting seormc.org today.
Most of us are faced with uncertainty every day. Your job, your finances, sporting events, schooling for your children, and so much more. With so much uncertainty surrounding you, there's one auto dealership that you can be certain about, and that's Doan Ford. You can be certain that you'll always get a great deal and the best service afterwards. In business for nearly 60 years has given Doan Ford the reputation of being a strong, reliable dealership. Be certain. Choose Doan Ford. Online at DoanFord.com.
In today's marketplace, you have many choices for insurance. WB Green Insurance, a representative of Westfield Insurance, is committed to providing you with excellent coverage for your home and auto at a fair and competitive price. Westfield has been in the neighborhood for over 150 years, providing peace of mind and quality insurance products through independent insurance professionals. Sharing knowledge, building trust is Westfield's pledge to their customers. Call WB Green Insurance today.
We have Jeremy Abels here from Abels Heating, Cooling, Electrical, and Refrigeration to explain how, since 1967, Abels has built such a strong foothold in Southeast Ohio.
My grandfather Jerry started this business at his kitchen table from home. The one thing that he stressed to all of us was to always be honest and to have a strong set of moral principles. The entire team at Abels strives to make certain that these principles are followed in everything that we do.
That's the Abels difference. Abels Heating, Cooling, Electrical, and Refrigeration. One company, one goal. Your comfort.
Here at MVHC, we offer adult, dental, pediatric, women's, pharmacy, and transportation services, as well as behavioral health. We accept all patients. Make your appointment today if you're not feeling well.
Your 401k is likely one of your most important assets, but it's only one part of a comprehensive retirement strategy. Edward Jones can help you understand how your retirement assets fit into your entire retirement picture so you can work toward meeting your unique retirement goals. Contact me, Teresa Cowden, your Edward Jones financial advisor on Main Street in New Concord. Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC.
And welcome back to John Glenn High School. Lively with you here. Getting ready now for the introduction of the starting lineups. And as promised, starting lineup for the Generals. Number 2, Gabe Tingle. Number 12, Cole Hamilton. Number 13, Caden Bradford. Number 14, Dalton Patterson. And number 23, Deontay Brandon.
Ridgewood bringing some size, 5'11", 6'3", 6'4", 6'1", 6 foot.
And now the introduction to the starting lineup for the Muskies. Number 2, Avery Palmer, the leading scorer for the Muskies. Blade Barkley, number 3, the other guard. Chris Toombs stepping into the starting lineup tonight, number 13. Number 23, Braden Young. And number 24, Nathan Walker.
The Muskies go 5'9", 5'10", 6'2", 5'11", 6'2".
Interesting to note that the 6'2 Walker, just a sophomore. So a little bit of youth on the floor for John Glenn.
And it's possible we may see freshman tonight, Noah Winland, too. So a lot of youth being thrown out there by the Muskies tonight.
All right, getting ready for the opening tip between the Muskies and the Generals. And keep in mind, the Generals we're talking about tonight are the Ridgewood Generals, not the Sheridan Generals. So
that is true.
Yeah, just thought of that, really.
Yeah.
Just kind of crossed my mind there.
Ridge going with a little silver in their uniforms tonight.
The orange and black with the silver and white trim. And we are underway here at John Glenn High School. Generals with the basketball. And number 14, that is Dalton Patterson, dribbles it off the foot, out of bounds, and it will be Muskie's ball.
Nice officiating crew we have here from down on the Ohio River. Lance Jacob, Todd Coyne, and Jimmy Hood.
Palmer with the basketball. Some full court pressure by Ridgewood. Up the floor now, breaking the pressure is the Muskies. Nice job there. That is 23, Braden Young with the ball. Young works it back to Palmer. Palmer out near midcourt now. Gets it over to Blade Barkley, who's got the ball. Barkley gets it over to 23. That is Braden Young. Young back out to Chris Toombs, number 13. Works it now top of the key, 24, Walker.
Muskies
Nathan
working
Walker.
an open post right now. And Ridgewood in a man-to-man.
Toombs back outside. That's 24, Walker, high off the rim and no good. Rebound, Generals, and up the floor. Here comes Tingle. Gabe Tingle will stop things. Shovels it off to number 13, the trailer. That is, Caden Bradford. And first points of the game belong to the Generals.
Not sure Bradford's left hand, but he did a nice job using his left hand there for that bucket.
Palmer now. Nice dish off to number 23, who misses the bunny there. That's Braden Young. Back up the floor comes Ridgewood. Back outside. Taking a look at it, that is number 12. That's Cole Hamilton. Shot. Didn't see who took the shot there. Three-pointer there. That was number 14, Dalton Patterson. One of the players that was pointed out to me by Coach Troy Dolick in the pregame. So a timeout on the floor, and quickly wanting to talk things over, Coach Eric Scheck of the Muskies.
Yeah, Ridgewood comes out, knocks in their first 2 shots. John Glenn misses a 3 and then misses a bunny. Not the look that Coach Scheck wanted to start the game. Quick 5-0 lead here for the Generals.
Yeah, and the Generals come out in full court press mode too. That's something else too that you have to look at.
Yeah, Ridgewood's going to try to dictate the tempo, get the Muskies playing a little bit faster than what they're capable of, and Muskingum, geez, listen to me. The Muskies would like to get down, get in their open post offense, get good shots.
Toombs with the basketball now, works it back up to Palmer. Palmer on the sidelines. To back out top, that's 24, Nathan Walker. Walker back to Palmer. Palmer calling the shots, works it back over to Walker. Walker to Palmer again. Palmer in the lane now, driving, shooting, and missing. Rebound fought for. Walker had a hand on it, now picked up by Barclay for the Muskies. So another opportunity, and something that Coach Dolick said he didn't want to see. The Muskies have too many chances off the offensive glass.
Barkley will hustle after those offensive boards. He's a good nickel dimer around the boards.
Walker loses the handle, but Palmer picks it up quickly for John Glenn. Palmer working it back to Walker now. Walker to Palmer. In the ball game now for the Muskies, Skylar Bates. Palmer. Back to Walker now. Walker now top of the key. Works it off on the wing. Palmer with a long shot high off the rim. Hits the top of the standard. Bates grabs it. Not called. Walker's got it. He'll take a look at it. He'll shoot the 3 and drains it.
Muskies 0 for their first 4. Knock down the 3, make it a 2-point lead.
5-3 now. 5:06 left here in the first. Tingle with the basketball. Works it to, that is, 23. That's Deontay Brandon. Long shot again. Again, I miss who took the shot.
Dalton Patterson hit that one. Dalton Patterson again, and
that's 6 for him.
Ridgewood knocking down their first 3 shots.
4:51 left now here in the first. And the Generals.
Ridgewood forced John Glenn into a turnover along the sideline over there in their press.
Tingle now. Works it across now. That's Patterson, who's had the hot hand from outside the arc so far. Patterson has his pocket pick. Toombs has it for John Glenn. Palmer now, they're going to say double dribble.
Turnover. I don't even think I'm going to list either one of them as a turnover now.
So a nice play by Toombs, and then he double dribbles and hands it right back. Patterson with the basketball now for the Generals. Patterson drives in, now kicks it back. Tingle works it up to Brandon. Brandon, man on the ground, and finishing the play there, number 13, that is Caden Bradford.
Nice pass there by Caden Bradford.
Ball's knocked out of bounds. It'll be Ridgewood ball. Another turnover for John Glenn.
Third turnover here with 4:12 left in the first quarter.
Checking into the ball game now, number 33, Noah Winland.
6'4", 6'4" freshman enters the. I'm sorry, not 6'4".
He's
5'11" freshman.
He's on Brandon. Palmer now. Tingle right into him, falls down, and nice hustle back by the Generals. Ball picked up by Patterson. Works it over to Tingle. Tingle now back out. That's Brandon. Brandon slips it back outside. Tingle will take the shot from the foul line. That's in for his first 2 of the night.
Tingle got the kind roll, hitting the back of the rim, and it went in 5 for 5 for the
12-3. Another turnover. That press is bothering John Glenn. Slips it over to Brandon. Brandon shot, reverse layup. Does not get it to go. And let's see. Ball's out of bounds. It will be John Glenn ball. Ooh, I think they're calling a push now. Let's see who that's going to be on number 13.
They're going to get that to Caden Bradford.
So that's his first. Boy, early in the ball game, Coach Scheck for John Glenn using his bench quite a bit.
Tough Zemba, the 6-foot junior, enters the game for the Muskies.
Palmer with the ball now. They work on that press now. Here comes the freshman. That is 33, Winland. Gets it back to Palmer. Palmer back outside. That is number 5, Tough Zemba. Zemba out near midcourt now, working on his man. Back to Palmer. Palmer. Zemba will take the long shot high off the rim. No good. Rebound. That is Cole Hamilton for the Generals. Here comes Gabe Tingle. Works it up to Brandon. Brandon in the lane. Back outside now. Tingle will take the 3, and that's going to fall short. Doesn't even catch any rim, so that's an air ball. 2:48 left in the first. It's 12-3 Ridgewood. More substitutions coming back into the game. Now number 14, Dalton Patterson.
I'm sorry, I was going to say Ridgewood back the press off just a little bit here, just going straight man.
Avery Palmer works it over to Bates now. Bates back to the freshman Winland. That's number 5, Zemba. Zemba. Bates back outside. The freshman Winland takes a shot and splash. Another 3-pointer. It's going to make it 12-6. Wonder if those are his first varsity points.
That was his first shot tonight. Looked confident in doing so.
Brandon driving, kicks it back outside. Driving inside. Brandon's got it again. He'll kick it back outside. Long shot, high off the rim, missed by Patterson. He's got 2 threes already.
Palmer with the rebound already. His 3rd rebound here in the first quarter.
And as you said, they've backed off their press a little bit. They're picking up 3/4 court basically now. And it's kind of token. So a little less pressure. Palmer with the ball, works it over to Walker now. Top of the key, Palmer's got it. Palmer working on Tingle. Shots off the rim, no good. Rebound fought for. Winland got a piece coming down with it. That's Patterson. Patterson up the floor quickly. Takes it to the foul line, looking for some help. Now he has to throw it back outside. Picked up now, Tingle's got it. Now back inside. Patterson's shot is up and he can't get it to go. That foul's going to be on number 5, Tough Zemba, his first.
Yeah, and everything got scattered there, and Ridgewood is a better basketball team when things are, non-conventional, and that was a situation there where they're just quicker and get to the ball and created the foul, and Bradford or Patterson will go line for 2. First free throws of the night by either team.
Shots up, that's good. 7 points already on the night for Patterson. Off to a good start. Drained a couple trays and hits a free throw. Now he's got his second opportunity from the charity stripe. Ball's up and got them both.
Braden Young checked back in for the Muskies. And looks like Keegan Melander checks in for the Ridgewood Generals.
Taking a seat, Curtis Varden, who was in the game briefly for the Generals as well. Bates gets it up to the freshman Winland. Now they work it over to Palmer again. Palmer back out near midcourt. Muskies set their offense. That's Zemba. Works it over to Palmer. Back out to Bates. The sideline, Winland's got it. Palmer's got it now. Zemba, top of the key. Works it back outside. That is a long shot by 23. Braden Young is good for 3. 14-9 now.
Nice pass and screen there by Zemba to get Braden Young that wide open.
Well, I'll tell you something right now. Little Muskies living outside the arc and driving into the lane. Number 12, that is Cole Hamilton. And he runs into one of the Muskies, and that's going to be on Hamilton, his first.
Barkley's going to check in for the Muskies, as is Nathan Walker. A little more pressure here by the Ridgewood Generals. A little 2-1-2, three-quarter court.
Worked pretty well. Walker's got the basketball. Works it now to Palmer. Palmer up across Barclay. Back to Palmer. Palmer now to Walker. Walker out near midcourt. Back to Young. Back to Palmer on the sidelines. Top of the key, Young now. Young. Excuse me, has Walker. Now Young has it. Now Walker's got it again. Walker working on his man. Gets it to Palmer. He'll take the shot. That's going to fall short. And that's going to do it at the end of the first quarter of play, and the Muskies staying in it via the three. They've got three of them. Score after one quarter, it's Ridgewood 14, John Glenn 9. We'll take a break. Back with more right after this.
I'm not buying till I check Down Ford. Most of us are faced with uncertainty every day. Your job, your finances, sporting events, schooling for your children, and so much more. With so much uncertainty surrounding you, there's one auto dealership that you can be certain about, and that's Doan Ford. You can be certain that you'll always get a great deal and the best service afterwards. In business for nearly 60 years has given Doan Ford the reputation of being a strong, reliable dealership. Be certain. Choose Doan Ford. Online at doanford.com.
And welcome back to Bill Castler. Mike Snively with you here. John Glenn taking on Ridgewood tonight. Kind of a non-traditional matchup, but the Generals charging out to a 14-9 lead, and they showed they're very athletic, and they can put some defensive pressure on.
Yeah, not only that, they shot the ball extremely well. The first 5 shots went in. However, they did miss their last 3 shots. John Glenn caught a little bit of fire. They were 3 of 10, but they made 3 of their last 5 shots to end the quarter. All 3 baskets for the Muskies, the little Muskies, were 3-point goals. Turnovers a little high, 5 for John Glenn, 4 for Ridgewood.
Good defensive pressure by both teams, particularly Ridgewood, who came out and created a lot of havoc, particularly early on with that pressure.
Yeah, both teams good in the half-court set.
Palmer driving, shooting, and scoring. Those are his first 2 of the night. As we get underway here in the second quarter, 14-11 now, 7:41 left here in the second. There's a steal. Barclay's got it. He's going to slow things up. He gets bumped pretty well, and I think that's going to be on, let's see. That's going to be on Gabe Tingle, number 2.
Barclay already doing the little things. Offensive rebound that led to a 3 earlier. Now a steal leads to a turnover and another possession for the Muskies.
Palmer to Toombs in the corner now. Working it back out on top. Walker's got it. Walker to Toombs on the wing. Toombs takes a look at things, gets it back out top of the key to Walker. Walker beats that steal attempt. Now a wide open shot by Palmer from the wing, and he's got 5 points to start off this second quarter. 14-14, just like that. We're even up. Tingle's got it. Working it back across now in the corner. A cutting number 12 for the Generals. That is Cole Hamilton. He loses the handle, and that will give the Muskies an opportunity to take the lead here with the score 14-14, 6:57 left in the second.
Generals had some great movement there. Maybe just a little too fast for their liking, though.
Toombs takes a run at the basket, then he pulls it down, gets it back to Walker now. Walker in the lane, turning, shooting, and scoring easily.
Walker turned around and thought there might be a foul call and was pleasantly surprised when the official didn't call anything, just laid it in easily.
Keegan Melander taking a fall there. That ball tipped around, tipped out of bounds. It'll be Ridgewood basketball. Number 31, Marcus, having trouble with the name, Marcus Leondecker.
Keegan Melander checks back in for
Leondecker.
The orange and black.
Tingle with the basketball on the elbow now, works it down inside. That's number 13, Caden Bradford, and he is fouled. See who that's going to be on.
You know, Bradford's 6'4". He's a load down there, and Braden Young couldn't do much there, so probably made a good decision. See if and he is a left-hander. See if the lefty can knock down free throws, which he does.
Got the first one. That's 5 points for Bradford on the night. Second shot, ball's up and good.
Only a junior, Bradford.
16-16 now. Trap on the sidelines. Palmer's got it now. They work it back to Walker, who's in the corner. A little trap. Palmer's got it. Nice job by the Muskies. And somebody from behind, number 10, that was Keegan Melander, knocking the ball out of the hands of Palmer.
In that entire possession, the Muskies were walking on thin ice. Got fortunate enough to get the ball bounced off of a Ridgewood player.
16-16. Ball's inbounded. Walker's got it. Toombs now. Toombs back out to Palmer. Palmer out near midcourt. Palmer to Walker. Walker's in the lane, turning, shooting, and nice rebound there by Bradford. Here come the Generals up the floor. Long shot by Patterson off the rim, no good. Rebound, John Glenn Toombs has it. So Patterson cooling down after hitting his first couple attempts from behind the arc. He's missed 2 in a row now. Walker gets it back outside. Long shot by Young, that's good.
How about John Glenn? Start the second quarter, 4 of their first 5.
That's his second 3, too. Ball is knocked away, and Palmer comes up with it. Here come the Muskies. Up the floor, Walker's got it. Walker driving, shooting, and missing. Rebound, Palmer. He'll bring it out. Muskies will set their offense.
Palmer, 4 big rebounds already in the game. 2 offensive.
He's good at that. He's sneaky. He kind of ends up where you don't think he's going to be. Long shot by Young. Ball's off the front of the rim. No good. Coming down with it, that's Melander. Melander up the floor quickly. Come the Generals. Long shot from outside. That was 0. Curtis Varian.
We have an injured player.
Oh.
Can't tell if it's a shoulder. It's hard to tell.
That is number 12, Cole Hamilton.
He's walking off under his own power.
All right, now here come a couple subs in. Skylar Bates is in, and Aaron Hall, number 44, is in.
Deontay Brandon checks back in for the Generals, 6-foot senior.
Up the floor, Walker's got it. Back out to Palmer now.
You get a feeling John Glenn's getting a little more comfortable in their offensive sets.
They are. Hall's got it. Hall works it back to long shot by Walker off the back of the rim. No good. Tingle comes down with it. Here come the Generals up the floor quickly. Getting it outside. Oh. Number 10, Keegan Melander tried to get it to a cutter who was heading to the basket. Knocked out of bounds by the Muskies. It will be Ridgewood basketball now.
Dalton Patterson back into the game for Ridgewood.
Long inbounds pass. Patterson's got it. Comes down to the foul line. Nice looking pass. Slips it to number 13, Caden Bradford, who knocks it down.
Gotta like that pass there by Patterson.
Walker with the basketball. He gets cut off, and they're going to get him for the travel.
I'm pretty sure there Walker was expecting contact down low. Did not get the contact, which kind of enhanced the extra step there.
1 point lead for John Glenn, 19-18. Melander driving, shooting, and scoring. Nice job there by Keegan Melander.
Big, strong move there by Keegan. A lot of K's on this. A lot of first names start with a K. I'll go over these later, but interesting K names.
Notice that.
Yeah, a lot of them.
Ball's knocked out of bounds. There's going to be a foul. That was the second foul on Bradford, so that's not good news. Palmer's got it. Muskies have the basketball, and they trail by 1, 20-19. Palmer down the lane, up and can't get it to go. Rebound coming down with it. That is number 12. That's Hamilton. Hamilton up the floor quickly. Driving, shooting, and scoring. That is number 14. That is Dalton Patterson.
That was just good ball movement by the
Bates.
Generals.
The pass a little tall for him. Goes out of bounds. Turns it right back over to Ridgewood. Generals have a 22-19 lead. Again, that press forcing some turnovers.
Yeah, and you know, just not. It's turnovers where they're not catching the ball and squaring up. They're just throwing it. They're just chucking it before they even get a chance to look ahead.
Back outside now, number 10, Keegan Melander with the ball. Melander losing the handle there is Patterson. Gets the ball back again. Brandon's got it, turning, shooting, and runs into Walker. Let's see what the call's going to be.
It was a travel. Brandon was going to spin left, did not expect a defender there, and did take the extra step. 4th turnover this quarter, 8th in the game for the Generals.
Up the floor now, 44, Aaron Hall. Hall back outside to Bates. Bates works it back out now to Palmer. Palmer to Walker. Nathan Walker with the basketball now, top of the key. Works it over on the wing to Bates. Bates to number 3, that is Barclay. Barclay Works it now over to Palmer on the other opposite wing. Barkley's got it. Driving, shooting, and that ball is knocked away and knocked out of bounds. It's going to be a Ridgewood basketball. So nice penetration, nice drive by number 3, Blade Barkley, but he can't finish as that shot is knocked out of bounds.
A nice defensive block there by the Generals. Forces the ball out of bounds. Ridgewood takes the ball, 3-point lead, 2:30 in the second.
Both of these teams running a lot of players in and out.
Yeah, I'm surprised how many substitutions we've had tonight.
Melander with the basketball, works it back outside. Patterson takes a look at it, now tries to drop it down low, and out of bounds is Caden Bradford.
Hey, it's getting physical. It's not nothing cheap, but there's some physicality down in the paint.
Well, both these teams play an aggressive defense. I'll tell you that right now.
Colin Smith checking in, the sophomore, 6-footer.
Palmer. Back now to Bates, works it up to Walker. Walker up to Toombs. Toombs, as the Muskies do a nice job that time breaking the press.
And that's a tight 2-1-2 press. They're almost daring you to try to go deep on them.
Palmer. Well, they've tried a couple times. It hasn't worked. They've been able to knock it away. Back to Walker. Generals are quick. Palmer in the corner now. Works outside the arc now in the top of the key. Loses the handle. Gets it back. Nice job there by Palmer.
Great job of ball handling.
He's working
there
on Gabe Tingle, Gabe Tingle's quick.
Yeah, Gabe Tingle, you better pack a lunch if he's guarding you.
Walker with the basketball now. He's got his man beat in the lane, turning, shooting, and scoring. Nice job there, Nathan Walker.
Fantastic move by Walker.
Ball rolls out of bounds, and let's see, that's going to be off Ridgewood.
That's the 6th turnover and 10th in the game for the Generals.
Back into the game now comes Deontay Brandon for the Generals. Bates takes a seat, coming in for him, number 23, Braden Young. Palmer and Young. Barkley knocked down.
Coach checks wisely, got him a quick timeout there.
Yeah, as on the floor is a Blade Barkley with the basketball. Well, now things have settled down here. We've got a 30-second timeout real quickly here. Impressions so far, I mean, Ridgewood is coming out. They're playing tough defense.
Yeah, Ridgewood's playing extremely hard defensively. John Glenn, to their credit, is starting to figure some things out on their offensive end. But, you know, defensively, John Glenn's really settled in down on the half-court defense, and they've been able to handle Ridgewood pretty well with the beginning of this second quarter, and they've even turned them over 6 times here in this second quarter. So both teams playing hard. It's been a fun game to watch so far.
Close game right now, 22-21. Ridgewood with the lead, and John Glenn with the basketball. Braden Young with the inbounds, gets it into Avery Palmer. Boy, I'm impressed with Palmer. This is the first time I've seen him in person. He can play.
Smooth player, yes he is.
Walker in the corner, Palmer, and right on cue, in and out. Nice rebound there by Barclay. Walker's got it. Takes a look now, top of the key to Young. Young drives down the lane, up and can't get it to go. Patterson's got the basketball. Here comes Ridgewood. Patterson slips a pass to Brandon. That goes off his foot. That's going to be John Glenn ball. 50 seconds left here in the second quarter. 22-21. Got a close one here tonight at John Glenn High School as the Muskies trailing the Ridgewood Generals by 1 point.
A lot of tip passes on both sides tonight, creating turnovers. And this
that could be over and back. And yes.
Yeah, you could see it coming from here.
You could very easily. Ill-advised pass there by number 24, Nathan Walker. Saw Palmer coming up the floor. Why didn't give him quite enough time to get himself set.
Palmer did what every other person does in basketball. He tried to tiptoe over the line.
Yeah, he got it as quick as he could.
Didn't see it.
Didn't get established. So that is going to be a turnover.
And that's forced by that 2-1-2 trap right on the other side of half court.
Tingle with the basketball now for the Generals. 36 seconds left here. Looks like they're going to spread the floor a little bit. Let Gabe Tingle handle the ball. Patterson now out near the top. They'll go for one shot, I think, 28 seconds.
They're going to get the ball to start the third quarter, so kind of a 2-for-1 possession here, if they can hold on to it for the next 21 seconds.
Palmer is out on Tingle. Good matchup there. Back to Patterson. Patterson now drives down the lane, slips it back across. Number 13, Caden Bradford finishes.
Muskies are going to have 8 seconds here.
24-21. Palmer down the lane, over in the corner. Long shot by Toombs. Yes! Oh, good way to end the first half. How about that?
John Glenn will take that 3 over Ridgewood's 2. That's a 1-point advantage, but we got a tie game here at half.
Good one at the half.
Yes, it
The
is.
score is John Glenn 24, Ridgewood 24. We'll take a quick break. Back with more right after this. Right after this. Back with more right after this.
I'm John. You may know me as a commercial lender, but I'm also a craftsman and a dog dad.
At Park National Bank, we're more than our job titles, and you're more than an account number. You get personal attention and direct access to a caring, compassionate banker who respects and responds to your needs and goals. Find John or a banker near you at parknationalbank.com. Park National Bank, where you mean more. Member FDIC, parknationalbank.com.
From the Ohio News Network, this is the Ohio Education Association Tonight in High School Hoops. Now here's your host, Scott Leo.
Bo Rugg oversees officiating for the OHSAA. Coming up, I'll ask, what's the toughest call a basketball official has to make? That's next as we continue right here on the Ohio News Network.
I'm Scott Demaro, president of the Ohio Education Association. OEA is proud to sponsor tonight's game on behalf of our more than 120,000 members. We believe in the power of high school sports and shaping young athletes' lives. And we know it will take all of us working together to keep our athletes safe on and off the court. It's critical that we all wear our masks, wash our hands, and maintain social distancing to help keep schools open and to keep all students, educators, and community members healthy this season.
Stacy Unsinger, COVID survivor. I heard a lot about it, obviously, but nothing prepares you for when you actually get it. I started having trouble breathing. I felt like I was drowning. I went to the hospital and tested positive for coronavirus. My oxygen levels dropped really low. I spent several weeks on a ventilator. It was terrifying. I consider myself lucky to be able to share what happened. We can beat this, but it's going to take everyone doing the right thing every single day.
Sponsored by the Ohio Hospital Association.
This is ONN.
Welcome back to the Ohio Education Association tonight in high school hoops. Joined now by Bo Rugg. He oversees officiating around the Buckeye State. And Bo, as games are getting into the middle part of the season, lots of tough calls being made by these officials. Is the block charge call the toughest one?
Yeah, I mean, that's one of them. The tough thing about basketball is you move so fast, and the officials actually, their calls stop the game. So if you hesitate, the game goes by you. It's not like you can think for a minute in football, think for a minute, throw the flag, continue to officiate, and nobody knows the difference that you waited a second and a half or 2 seconds. Basketball, you wait a second and a half, the play's gone. And so, yeah, those block charges happen like that, and it's a matter of you've got to make that split-second decision. I think what's being taught, when you've got bodies on the floor, let's have a call. You know, half the people are going to like it anyway. So make your decision, make the call, and just don't have a no call in that situation.
Every year we debate whether or not there should be a shot clock in high school hoops. Why isn't there one, and do you think that'll change going forward?
Well, I don't know about going forward changing. I know why it hasn't happened. The toughest thing about the shot clock is the operator. It's difficult to do, and I say that based on fun. It must not be too difficult because I've done it for Ohio State for 25 years. But it is hard to do, and I know when I was officiating and doing some regional college and things like that, where you have someone that hasn't done that for a long time, you correct it a lot. It's just difficult, and you would spend a lot of time doing that, and I think that's the hurdle they have to get over to make sure it's implemented to the thousands of schools across the country to do it. So that's why I think it is probably holding it back the most.
It seems like one of the annual arguments about the shot clock is that it would be too expensive, but you think it's more about the operator.
Yeah, I don't think the cost is prohibitive. In this day and age with technology and the scoreboards they're probably buying now are equipped with being able to handle it. So I don't think the cost at one time was probably prohibitive. now probably is not the major reason.
Another item that has been up for vote in recent history is moving to 2 halves instead of 4 quarters to match the men's college game, but that hasn't happened.
I know the committee looked at that, and everyone thought it was going to pass, and there were coaches on the National Rules Committee that said, hey, you know, in college, almost every level now does media timeouts. If we go to halves, we don't have media timeouts. You're taking away 2 of our timeouts at the quarter breaks for us to coach at a level where we need to coach more. So I think that's the thing that really held it back, and it makes a lot of sense in the fact that if they do implement it, I think they're going to have to look at, do they grant more timeouts to the teams and that type of thing. And I think if they come to that kind of compromise, I think it could happen.
That's Bo Rugg, and I'm Scott Leo here on the Ohio News Network.
Here at NDHC, we offer adult, dental, pediatric, women's, pharmacy, and transportation services, as well as behavioral health. We accept all patients. Make your appointment today if you're not feeling well.
And we are back. Mike Snively with you here. Got a good one. Ridgewood and John Glenn knotted up at 24. Game was interesting. Ridgewood started off. They were kind of dominating. They were bothering the Muskies with their press. John Glenn, as you said, Mike, started to figure it out.
Yeah, definitely a game of runs. And when we go over the stats here, you're going to see exactly how much, what a difference the runs made for each team. And I'll go over those real quick, Bill. John Glenn shot the ball 24 times. They made 9. So 9 of 24, 38%. Ridgewood's shot chart was interesting. They only shot 15 shots. They made 9, 60%, but they made their first 5 shots. They missed their next 6 shots, and then they made their next 4 shots. So that's kind of tells us the story about Ridgewood. They went up big, then they lost a little bit of the lead there, and John Glenn continued to pluck away at the half-court set once they would break the press, and then Ridgewood did finish with 4-4 shooting. Rebounds, not a whole lot going on. 9 rebounds for John Glenn, 4 of those offensive. And here's another key stat. Ridgewood, 11 rebounds, but 0 offensive rebounds. So John Glenn doing a nice job on the defensive glass of keeping the Generals off of the boards.
I have to say, I think that the Muskies played a little bit more consistent defense. Now, they didn't switch up as much.
Right.
Very, very consistent. They kept the pressure up, and eventually it began to work on the Generals.
I'd say, good point, Bill. John Glenn stuck with the plan, and that's why we got a tie game now. And then turnover-wise, and this is a key stat too, John Glenn had 8 turnovers, 5 in the first, 3 in the second. Ridgewood had 11 turnovers, 4 in the first and 7 in the second. John Glenn did not shoot a free throw that half, and Ridgewood was a perfect 4 of 4 from the field. Let's go ahead and hear some
individual statistics. And just another point, I thought it was interesting, Coach Troy Dolick working a lot of players into his lineup, and I kind of felt like that's why they turned the ball over. Really, their lineup wasn't very consistent, particularly in the second quarter.
It seemed like nobody got a good feel. But, Ridgewood's doing what they do best, and that's pressure. And that 2-1-2 press, it's tight. They're almost asking you, it's almost like a football team asking a team to go deep. They're going to take that short stuff away, and John Glenn hasn't had great success doing that.
All right, let's check the individual numbers in the first half. First for the Ridgewood Generals, Gabe Tingle with 2 points, Keegan Melander 2 points, and leading the way for the Generals, 10 points for Caden Bradford and 10 points for Dalton Patterson. Patterson starting off with a bang, hitting his first 2 threes, then a couple of free throws. He cooled off, but Bradford picked up where he left off as he scored himself 6 points in the second quarter, incidentally, which was won by the Muskies as basically they outscored
15-10.
Yeah, 15-10, so a 5-point win basically. So John Glenn picking it up in the second quarter got them back in this ball game.
Absolutely, no doubt about it. And like I said, John Glenn settled in. Once they broke the pressure of Ridgewood, when they can get in a half-court set, they're pretty good in a half-court set. Ridgewood, very good defensively in the pressure, and they want to pick the tempo up of the game up. They don't want to play a game that ends up in the 50s. They want to play a game that ends up in the 70s. And John Glenn, they want to stay in the 40s and 50s because that's where they're most successful.
Individual numbers for the Muskies in the first half. It was Chris Toombs hitting a big 3-pointer. that ended the first half. That tied the game at 24. 3 for him, 3 for the freshman Noah Winland. It was 5 points for Avery Palmer, 6 points for Braden Young, and 7 points for Nathan Walker. Interesting, 6 3-pointers for the Muskies. And, boy, I'll tell you what, you talk about living and dying from behind the arc. John Glenn did it pretty successfully in that first half.
Yeah, 6 of their 9 field goals were from three-point range. John Glenn's going to have to continue to shoot the three ball well to keep this pace up with a very good Ridgewood General team.
We are getting ready now to get underway here in the third quarter of play, 24-24. Lineups come back out on the floor, and I'll tell you something, I'm going to put the old glasses on so I can see what's going on.
I lost my glasses. I just felt on top of my head. There they were. Lost them for 20 minutes.
All right. Ridgewood with the basketball. That's Gabe Tingle now. Down the floor, Tingle driving to the baseline. Kicks it down to that's Bradford with the shot, getting it off and can't get it to go. Ridgewood gets a rebound. That's their first offensive rebound of the ball game.
Correct.
Tingle now with the ball. Thanks to those good stats there, Mike Snively.
The officially unofficial stats.
There we go. Kicking the ball down low. Again, that is number 13. That is Caden Bradford. I'll tell you what, he's tough down in the blocks.
Same scenario. If it didn't work the first time, try it again, and that's exactly what happened.
Barclay gets it to Walker. Walker gets it over to Toombs. Toombs now drives into the baseline, looking to kick it back out. Palmer's got it. Palmer down the line, works it back in the corner to Toombs. In and out rebound, Patterson. Patterson up the floor quickly to Tingle. Gets it over to 23, Brandon. Brandon finishes off. Nice 2 there. First 2 of the night for Deontay Brandon.
Start of the second half, very similar to the start of the game.
See, that's going to be a bump there. I think that's going to be on Patterson. Is that his third? See what the call is.
It's going to be on. It's going to be on.
That's going to be on number 12. That's going to be on
first.
Hamilton. That is just as you said. That is his second, I think.
That's his second. Yes, it is. Yes.
Palmer with the basketball now. 26-24, 2-point lead for Ridgewood. Keep in mind, this is not Sheridan. This is the Ridgewood Generals. Palmer with the basketball.
Not to be confused with the old USFL New Jersey
Generals. No, don't forget about them. They had a pretty good back, didn't they?
Yeah, Herschel.
Yeah, they did. Number 3, that is Barclay missing the shot. And they're going to say ball knocked out of the hands of Brandon by Walker. It's going to give Ridgewood the ball. They've got a 2-point lead. 6:27 left here now in the third quarter. Tingle works it down in the corner. Patterson zigs and zags down to the baseline again. Back to Tingle. Top of the key now. Brandon. Patterson driving down the lane. Up and good. Does it count?
Yes, it did.
Oh, my. Nice shot there. Number 14. That is Dalton Patterson. And I'll tell you what, Patterson had a nice run. He had the hot hand there early in the first quarter for Ridgewood.
Yeah, not the ideal start in the second half for the Muskies. Young just a step late. It was called for the blocking foul.
Yeah, it's already so. And the shot is missed. Tipped around, picked up by Tingle. Tingle slips it down to Bradford. Now on the ground, Young has it, and that's, let's see, timeout. That's going to be John Glenn ball. They'll take a full timeout. 6:09 left here in the third. It's 30-24. John Glenn yet to score a point here in the second half. As you talked about, partner, basically the Generals come out, they put pressure on. It takes a little bit of time to get established with that.
Yeah, and they've never gotten comfortable here early in this second quarter. It has taken John Glenn at times this year a lot more time to get comfortable. And once they do settle in, they're a good ball team, but they have to adjust quickly. More quickly to situations.
Well, having one of their starters out tonight, Colin Campbell, unavailable tonight, junior guard, and he usually plays a key role. He's a good ball handler, too, and I'm sure that's had some impact on the Muskies.
No doubt. And Ridgewood, like we said, they're going to trap you anytime you get close to half court or right after half court, and that's given the Muskies fits all night. But if they do get through it, they've been okay once they do get through the pressure.
Well, they figured it out somewhere in the middle of the second quarter, and all of a sudden, John Glenn caught on fire, and it was Ridgewood who was having problems.
And they're going to see it right here again. 2-1-2.
Palmer into Walker, gets it back across Young now. Up now, Barclay's got it. Barclay driving, shooting, and scoring.
That's what you do. You attack the pressure. just like the Muskies did there. You pass, and you catch, and you shoot.
Blade Barkley with his first 2 of the night. Gabe Tingle now for Ridgewood. Tingle drives in on Walker, high off the backboard, no good. Rebound, Bradford puts it back up and in. I'm telling you right now, he gets position, and he is just tough to beat.
He's making his presence felt, especially here in this second half.
Walker gets it up now. Barclay's got it now, driving the baseline, and he trips. Let's see. No call.
They're just going to say dribbled out of bounds. They're going to give the ball to Ridgewood.
Check again for the Muskies, number 20, Skylar Bates.
So Bates will come into the lineup for the Muskies. Taking a seat is Toombs. And they turn it right back over as Bradford.
Looked like they got Tingle might have taken an extra step. I think he was trying to make a pass to his teammate, and the teammate wasn't looking.
Yeah, that was Deontay Brandon, who got the pass. But, yeah, that is exactly what happened. All right, now, Palmer with the ball. Works it over to Bates now. Skylar Bates now top of the key. Walker. Number 24, Nathan Walker. Works it across now. Long shot by Young off the back of the rim. Walker's got the rebound. Back to Bates. Bates works it over. Long shot by Barclay. Up and in. No. In and out. Rebound. Here come the Generals. They've got a 3-on-1. Nice play by Palmer, who grabs the basketball the other way. Walker up and can't get it to go. Rebound corralled by Barclay, who throws it off one of the Generals. And that is going to be, they're going to say that's going to be Ridgewood basketball.
A lot of action going on. Tough for the stat guy, and a wide open pass down here.
Up the floor, Bradford's going to finish, and got it.
Tingle, the quarterback, hits the receiver. I believe that this time it was Cole Hamilton deep. Caught the Muskie defense sleeping just a hair.
And let's see, I think that's Cole Hamilton's first 2 of the night. And as you said, Tingle looking very much like the quarterback that he is. Cole Hamilton trying to complete the 3-point play. Ball's up, and that's good.
5 of 6 from the line for the Generals.
9-point lead now for Ridgewood. Bates with the basketball to Young, back to Palmer.
Now, you don't see this often, but they play a zone defense, full court press, which gets back to man-to-man. So that takes a lot of communications by Ridgewood.
In the ball game now for the Muskies, number 5, Tough Zemba. Zemba's got the basketball top of the key now. Zemba off on the wing. Palmer will take the long shot. That's going to be short. Rebound, Brandon. Is that going to be on Barkley?
I think I'm going to get Barkley for nudging the 23.
Second on Barkley.
Brandon, yeah, he got under Brandon just a little bit.
Kind of ticky-tack, but I guess you have to say he did get under him. Brandon with the basketball works it back now to Gabe Tingle, the quarterback. Point guard. Oh, nice steal. Up the floor quickly now is Barkley driving and knocked, and boy, tit for tat as coming back down. That was number 12. Nice job by Cole Hamilton. Knocked the ball out of Barkley's hands.
Good hustle by Hamilton, saving the 2-pointer there. Would have been an easy layup for Barkley.
Bates with the inbounds for the Muskies. Palmer's got a wide open look. He's going to take it. That's good. And that's a 3.
Nice screen there. Palmer had enough time to figure the windage out on that one.
35-29. Muskies cut it to 6. Patterson now. Bates on him. Works it back. Tingle on the baseline. Back outside. Long shot. Hamilton high off the rim. No good. Rebound fought for. Bradford had a shot at it. Now coming down the freshman back in the game. Winland. He works it back to Palmer. Back in the corner. Long shot by. That is tough. Zemba with a 3.
All of a sudden, back-to-back threes for the Muskies. Back in it.
And it's threes again. Let's see. They're going to say that's a charge as Zemba. Nice job hitting the 3, and then he takes the charge. So that is the 3rd on Hamilton.
And that's the 4th turnover. And Ridgewood's kind of been turning it over spurty, 3 or 4 at a time, which is really hurting them trying to gain any type of definitive advantage.
Walker back up to the freshman Winland. Back out now to Walker. Muskies now trailing by just 3 points, and they're doing it from behind the arc tonight, Mike.
Yes, they are. And here's another one.
There's another shot. Right on cue.
3 straight threes. 9-point run.
Tingle now down the floor. We're even at 35. Back in the game now, number 10, Keegan Melander. Driving, it gets it inside. That is finished there nicely by number 23, Deontay Brandon.
Really nice feed from Melander.
Palmer works up the floor now. Kicks it back outside. Zemba works it over to Bates. Palmer with the shot for 3. Off the rim, no good. Rebound tipped around. Coming down with it is Bates. Driving, shooting, and scoring! Skylar Bates with a nice finish.
You know, Bates got the rebound, went to the basket knowing he's probably getting fouled. But I don't know if he knew he was going to make that thing or not, but what a nice play there by Bates.
Well, I think that's what you do.
Just go right at him.
Yeah, you're going to block it fine. Nice rebound there. Walker picks that up. Muskies retain possession. Palmer now beats Tingle. Driving, shooting, and missing. Rebound Bates. Bates to Zemba. Back outside Walker. Long shot for 3. Off the rim, no good. Zemba's got the rebound. Another opportunity for the Muskies. 3, no good. Bates has a shot at it, and they're going to say this time knocked off of Tingle, and that will be possession to the Generals. Boy, Muskies with 3 or 4 opportunities that time off the offensive glass.
That's basketball. You make 3 threes in a row, you miss 3 threes in a row. You're 50%, you'll take that any day of the week.
37-37. Patterson up the floor now. Bates on him, and that's going to be a foul on Skylar Bates, 24.
That's going to be Bates's second foul.
Chris Toombs checks in for Bates.
What a hard, both these teams playing very hard right now. Enjoyable game to watch.
Lander got it to Tingle. Tingle losing his balance, now kicks it across Bradford from the elbow. Ball's up and in.
Got the kind roll, the big man.
I'm telling you right now, he's got good touch.
Seems like lefties always get that roll.
They do. I wouldn't know about that.
No, I would not either.
Winland to Walker. Toombs on the baseline. Now that pass is knocked out of his hands. Up the floor quickly come the Generals. Patterson loses the handle. Now picks it back up again. That ball's pulled down by Noah Winland. Winland gets it back to Palmer, and here comes John Glenn. On the wing now, Winland. Top of the key. That's Zemba. Off to Winland on the wing.
Zemba's a perfect high post. He can step out and hit that 3.
And he hits it. Man, you thought about calling that one right there. That's 3 for Zemba. That's 2 threes in a row for him. Well, that's just 2. Driving, shooting, and missing is Tingle. Rebound coming down with his Bradford up, and again he finishes. That's 4 buckets in the paint for Caden Bradford.
I believe that's 8 points for him in this quarter.
Yes, it is. And all in the paint. I think he's had a couple follow-ups, too. Zemba back now to Walker. Palmer.
2-for-1 situation here for the Muskies.
Zemba takes a look now. Nice. Ooh, steal by Tingle. Tingle picks his pocket. That's going to be on Palmer, and that's a good call.
And not a good time there to turn it over. Now, Generals will probably go for the last shot here. A lot of substitutions.
14.6 seconds left here in the third. 41 to 40, excuse me. Ridgewood with the 1-point lead.
So Curtis Varian and Braden Molesky checking in for the Ridgewood Generals.
Interesting. Patterson with the basketball. He'll be the trigger man with 10 seconds left.
Patterson's going all alone here.
Patterson kicks it back outside. Patterson taking a look, 2 seconds, gets the shot off.
Wow. Big time shot there by Patterson.
So Dalton Patterson finishes with the bang and the score after 3 quarters of play. It's Ridgewood 43, John Glenn 40. We'll take a break. Back with 4th quarter action right after this. 30 seconds, please.
In your fingers or a sore back, Superior Med Orthopedics is here for you. Superior Med Orthopedics patients' health and safety is their top priority, and they currently offer telehealth visits for your initial appointment. Take comfort in knowing when you come to Superior Med Orthopedics facility, they are following all protocols to ensure you remain safe. Find out all their team offers by visiting seormc.org today.
We are back. John Glenn High School. Just finding out the Johnstown Johnnies up on top of Zanesville, 58-31 right now. Here at John Glenn High School, we've got a good one, close ball game. Ridgewood leading going into the fourth quarter, 43-40. I'll tell you what, John Glenn hitting some three-point shots. They've got to work on spreading the floor, getting some of the easy buckets in the paint.
Yeah, and they've got to take the non-forced turnovers right now is what they do not need. Anytime Ridgewood's not forcing them into a turnover, it's unforced and it's uncalled for.
Barclay to Winland. Freshman in to start this fourth quarter. Back out top now to Walker. Barclay's got it. Winland drives into the lane. He'll pull up and take the shot high off the rim. No good. Coming down with the rebound, that's Bradford. Here come the Generals. Back up top, Patterson's got it. Patterson down the lane, finds a cutter in there. That is number 12, Cole Hamilton. 45-40 now. 5-point lead for the Generals. Barclay kicks it back outside. Long shot by Winland. Can't get it to go. It's an air ball. Coming up the floor now, Patterson for Ridgewood. Patterson drops it off in the corner. That is 0. Curtis Varian driving and missing is Melander, and they're going to say knocked out of his hands by Winland.
We're starting to see a common theme here, Bill. The start of the quarters, Ridgewood takes a big lead. Midway through the quarter, John Glenn makes a big run, starts getting hot from three-point range.
It's been that way every quarter. Good point. Bradford's got it in the lane, kicks it back out now, Melander. Melander on the elbow, finds Bradford. Bradford Varian in the corner, that's good. Big three by Curtis Varian. That's his first points of the night. 48-40 now. It's an 8-point lead, and Ridgewood wants to talk things over. I think they're going to pick up the pressure defensively.
I don't think they're going to change much of what they've been doing, and that's 3 straight baskets by Ridgewood. Such a momentum team, as is anybody, but they're starting to feel it a little bit defensively. They have some confidence. John Glenn, on the other hand, has got to regain that confidence. Only down 8. They've been down 8 several times tonight and come back to either tied or taken the lead. So,
well, you talked about it early on. I really think this is a tempo thing. And Ridgewood, they want to run up and down the floor. John Glenn wants it in a half-court game.
Whoever gets their tempo is probably going to win this thing.
Muskies with the basketball now. They trail by 8. Skylar Bates up to Barclay now. Barclay, and let's see, that's going to be on Melander, I think.
That's only going to be the 4th team foul. And the next team foul on John Glenn, Ridgewood will go shoot 1-on-1.
That's the first on him. Barclay's got the inbounds pass now for the Muskies. Palmer top of the key now.
This is more what John Glenn wants. They want to set their offense up, get a good look.
Bates takes a look, now drives across the top of the key. Barclay now to Palmer. Palmer on the wing. Palmer drives into the top of the key. Now he comes back out. Lander's on him.
And John Glenn's in no hurry. There's plenty of time. 6:17's an eternity here.
Walker loses the handle, now picks it back up. Back to Young. Palmer. He'll take the shot from the top of the key off the rim. No good. Rebound crashing the boards is Bradford. Bradford to Patterson. I'm telling you right now.
He's got a slew of rebounds. He's closing in on double digits.
Caden Bradford he's been money here tonight for the Generals. Slipping inside. Hamilton misses the shot. Just misses it. Here come the Muskies. Palmer, top of the key. Walker will take the long 3. That's off the rim, no good. Varian chases it down now. Here come the Generals. Up the floor now. That's 14, Patterson. Patterson back out to Melander.
Now I think Ridgewood's going to make the Muskies work here a little bit. Up 8.
Whew. That's going to be a push off on Patterson.
Right in front of official Lance Jacob, an easy one to call. Extended that arm.
And I'll tell you something right now. I'm gonna credit Skylar
Bates.
Skylar Bates.
Yeah.
He was pushed.
He didn't necessarily flop,
but he embellished it.
Yeah.
He did.
Pretty good job there.
It was a good job.
I agree with you.
It was a good job. I thought. I mean, he didn't oversell it. He sold it.
Yes.
Palmer.
Sometimes you have to do that.
Palmer with the basketball. Palmer down the lane, kicks it back to Young. Back now to Walker. No, excuse me, Zemba is in the ball game. Now Walker's got it. Walker takes a look. Ooh, double clutching. Missing is Walker. Here comes Tingle up the floor now for Ridgewood. Tingle slips it back outside. Patterson takes a look. Inside, Bradford's got it. Up and no good. Rebound, Zemba. Nice rebound there. Here comes Palmer. Palmer up the floor, spinning, and he was fouled.
John Glenn off to an ice-cold start. Have not made a field goal here yet in the fourth quarter. 0 for their first 5.
So some good news for Muskies fans as Caden Bradford, 13, takes a seat. Brandon checks in for him. Walker now, shot from outside. Can't find the range. Up and let's see, that's in, but I think there was a whistle beforehand.
I believe the Ridgewood rebounder's foot was on the line.
Young's got it in. Now Walker will shoot the 3. Can't get it to go. Rebound tipped around. Zemba comes down with it. Another opportunity for the Muskies. In the corner now, Bates. Back out to Zemba. Back now, Palmer. Palmer, top of the key. 4:26 left now. And I'll tell you what, John Glenn needs to do something about their shooting because they have cooled off.
Yeah.
Palmer now. Zemba. Palmer will take the shot. Good screen, high off the rim, no good. Walker had the rebound, had it knocked away. Brandon picks it up now. Here come the Generals. Gabe Tingle will slow things up. Tingle, long shot, missing it. That's number 12, Hamilton. Here come the Muskies. Palmer up the floor, driving, shooting, and missing. It's going to be on Tingle, I think.
Palmer giving the Euro step. Still a weird step to watch because it does look like they are traveling with the basketball, but they are not. Just taking some extra long steps, crooked.
So Palmer will he'll shoot 2.
Only free throws 2 and 3 tonight for the Muskies.
It's a 1-and-1, but they are in the 1-and-1, but he was fouled in the act of shooting, so he gets 2.
Ridgewood's only shot 6, 5 of 6. Well officiated game, too, by the way, Bill.
Yeah.
We don't get to say that a lot.
And when you don't notice them, and
Right.
yet the game's under control,
Yes.
in and out. Tingle fighting for that rebound. Is that going to be on Bates?
I believe they're going to say Tingle was out of bounds with the ball, going to give it to John Glenn.
So nice job there by Skylar Bates, forcing the turnover. Bates, Toombs in the lane, shooting and can't get the roll. Walker knocks it out of bounds. It will be Ridgewood basketball. More full court pressure now by the Muskies. Tingle up the floor now. Just token pressure by John Glenn. Lander. Bradford on the baseline now. That's Hamilton. Hamilton tries to slip it to Bradford. Now back out to Melander on the wing. A cutter down the lane. That's Tingle. He'll bring it back outside. General showing some patience here. They want to milk the clock a little bit. Tingle back to Melander now. Back outside to Tingle. See, we got a call. What is it?
I think we'll get Bates on the hold, cutting through the middle. He was holding Dalton Patterson, number 14. He's going to go to the line for 1-on-1.
Patterson, probably not the guy you want to foul.
No. And here's another thing, too. With 3:18 left in the game, so almost 5 minutes has went off the clock here. John Glenn still doesn't have a field goal. They couldn't hit water right now if they fell out of a boat.
Yeah, good defensive pressure by the Generals, and they have gone cold from outside the arc, which is where they've been living tonight. No doubt about that.
They do have the one free throw, but just 1 point in this quarter for the Muskies.
49-41, and they've got to heat up pretty quickly here. Just 3:18 left in the game. Both shots by, excuse me, I gave those to Bradford. That was Patterson.
9-point lead here for Ridgewood, 3:15. Time winding down here now, and late in the fourth.
Zemba with the basketball now. Zemba Back to Walker now. Walker out near midcourt. Muskies still taking their time in that half court. Parmer. Back now 23, Young's got it. Zemba now top of the key. Young driving into the lane. Somebody needs to take a shot here. I think John Glenn, they're taking a little bit too much time trying to run their offense.
Yeah.
Ridgewood playing good defense.
And they're looking for the three, too. John Glenn's kind of sold out on the three for the rest of the game. And Ridgewood's not going to let them attempt the three. They would rather see them go by. But Young want to go here to the line.
Bradford back into the ball game now. 41-50. Say what, you keep in mind, John Glenn had that little run there where they hit 3 threes in a row. It was like 9 points like in 30 seconds.
Yes.
First shot up by Young, that's good.
Young came in averaging just a hair over 5 points per game.
That's 7 for him on the night now. Second shot by Young. Can't get it to go. Coming down with it, number 12, Cole Hamilton now. Back to Patterson. Patterson looking for Tingle. Melander's got it now, so they've got some ball handlers in there. Tingle down to the baseline, slips it back outside. Patterson throws up a wild shot, knocked back in bounds, picked up there by Barkley. Barkley up the floor to Walker. Walker in the corner. Young back outside. Parmer, he'll shoot, can't get it to go. Rebound, fought for, jump ball, let's see.
I think they're going to give the ball to, I believe, Cole Hamilton got the rebound called timeout. So Ridgewood's going to have the ball.
2:14 left in the game. Boy, I'll tell you something right now. John Glenn has picked a bad time to go absolutely cold, and you've got to credit Ridgewood's defense because they know right now they're going to shoot threes.
Well, they are now 0 of 10, John Glenn, in this fourth quarter. Yeah, exactly. You have to give a lot of credit to the defense. They've contested every shot, maybe with the exception of one that John Glenn has taken. And they've taken good care of the ball on the other end. They haven't particularly shot the ball well either. They've missed their last 4 attempts. So right now it's a matter of will Ridgewood hang on or will John Glenn make some shots?
But the Generals want to up-tempo, and they've done a nice job here in the fourth quarter. Got the lead, and all of a sudden they started to run that half-court offense, using the clock a little bit more.
Took the air out of the ball. Smart move there by Coach Dolick.
Yeah, and he's got more ball handlers in now, too. Notice Keegan Melander done a nice job for him. Of course, Tingle's in there.
Yeah.
And number 14, Dalton Patterson. So they've got some guys in there that can handle the ball that have experience.
Here come the Muskies. They're going to pressure. It's going to be man-to-man.
Melander now up the floor with Parmer working on him. Patterson cutting, shooting, and scoring. Nice cut there. Number 14, Dalton Patterson.
Kind of feel like that backdoor cut was called in the huddle during that timeout.
Toombs. Barkley. Skylar Bates driving, shooting, and can't get it to go. Patterson beats Toombs. Up the floor now is Bates. Patterson loses the handle. Let's see what the call is.
Get Bates for reaching in, accidental trip. Be the 4th on Bates.
Wow. Now Bates has played hard tonight. He really has.
Yeah, he does. He's all over the court.
So Winland checks back in, and Tough Zemba's in. On the line now. Dalton Patterson has had a good night tonight. Ball's up. Got it.
8 of 9. Ridgewood Generals from the free throw line tonight.
Patterson, that's his, he's 4 or 5. In and out. Can't get it to go. Hey, the announcer's jinx worked. How about that?
That's never happened before.
Parmer driving down, shooting, scoring.
Wow.
Big shot there by Avery Parmer. Little hope for the Muskies.
Yeah, needed to stop the bleeding there.
It's a 9-point lead, and Parmer will shoot for the traditional 3-point play.
And you're going to see Coach Scheck going a lot of offense, defense substitutions, depending on the possession. Right now, he just substituted his defensive lineup in.
Palmer. Got it.
Ridgewood, substitution 13, King Bradford. For the Muskies, number 20.
Tingle, is that going to be it on Bates?
Yeah, Bates is 5th. Here comes the offense back in for Coach Scheck. Yeah, Bates fouled out. Good all-around hustle by Bates.
Yeah, he played hard tonight.
Played hard, always does. Spark plug on a defensive end for sure.
Just ended up with 2 points tonight. Didn't have his best night scoring. Gabe Tingle on the line. Shoot 1 and 1. First shot's up. High off the back of the rim. Got the shooter's roll. How about that? Gabe Tingle. You know, interesting. I called 1 or 2 games when his dad was playing, Jay, in Cambridge. That's going to date me, I know. But it's true.
Yep. That
is true. It's true. I've been doing it for a while. All right,
you're aging yourself.
Zemba up and in.
Nice left-hand move.
Nice finish by Zemba there. Up the floor quickly now. Patterson has it for the Generals. Back to Tingle. Tingle to Melander. Back to Patterson. Nice job. And they're going to get, I think, Palmer with the foul there as he reaches in on Melander as he throws that pass. That's going to put him on the line. They're in a double bonus.
Double bonus. Both teams now.
Keegan Melander has done a nice job tonight coming up. Not many points, but he has been a key ball handler.
I've been impressed with Melander. Speaking of the K's, listen to all these K's on his
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Curtis, Keegan, Cole, Caden, Colby, and they're all spelled a little differently, too.
Ball's up and knocked out of bounds. Bradford knocking it out of the hands of Young, so it will be John Glenn ball. Under a minute to go. It's 54-47, so still a glimmer of hope for the Muskies. They need to get a good shot here quickly.
They're forcing Palmer left.
Palmer in the lane, driving, shooting, and can't get it to go past Patterson. That probably will do it. No call. Patterson will bring it back out top now. Timeout on the floor as Coach Troy Dolick wanting to talk things over. Looks like now the Generals are going to slip out of John Glenn with a win.
Yeah, and I think anything here besides a layup will not happen. Right now it's just going to be a free throw shooting contest. Even if Ridgewood is able to make 1 out of 2 every time down the floor. The way John Glenn's been shooting it this second half, you would think Ridgewood would come out of here with the victory.
And I think you really have to credit the Ridgewood defense. John Glenn cooled off shooting, no doubt about it, but they weren't seeing any open looks in the fourth quarter.
No, fantastic job of defending the three-point line. No easy shots from the three-point line. And you're probably going to see in the stats later, Ridgewood did a much better job on the boards in the second half, and that was a big help.
Yeah, I don't think they had 1 rebound off the offensive glass. They had several in the second half.
Did. They had several in the second half. You're absolutely right.
Patterson with the inbounds now. Working now, back out top of the key and gets around a few Muskies. Tingle back over to number 3 in there for,
John
that's
Glenn
3.
Can't get a foul, and there they finally got one.
Yeah, they got one to Patterson, but with 15.8 seconds left. And I believe in the game, Trent Warden, number 3, just a sophomore for Ridgewood. Obviously in there for his ball handling ability.
Ridgewood's missed their last 3 attempts.
Patterson changes all that. That's good.
We have a 3-possession game here with just 15.8 left.
Got them both. Make it a 4-possession game. It is 3 possessions.
Still 3, yeah.
There you go. Nice job there as Avery Palmer drives down, picks up a quick 2.
That's going to end it.
56-47, and that will do it. The final score here tonight, it is Ridgewood 56, John Glenn 49. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with more from John Glenn High School right after this.
I was sitting in my car and it wouldn't start. I lifted the hood and the engine was falling apart. What would I do? My eyes filled with tears. Then on the radio I heard of West 40 by Pay here, where for a little money down and a little each week, I could have a car, nice, shiny, and sleek. So I walked in the door and I put the money down. Now I got a nice car that I can drive around. West 40 by Pay here will help rebuild your credit. The corner of Dewey and Route 40 in Cambridge, don't you forget it.
West 40 Auto Sales, corner of Route 40 and Dewey Avenue in Cambridge, is home of a guaranteed credit approval, with most loans approved while you wait. Go to their website to fill out an online loan application, west40autosales.com. You'll also find their weekly special listed there.
Your 401k is likely one of your most important assets, but it's only one part of a comprehensive retirement strategy. Edward Jones can help you understand how your retirement assets fit into your entire retirement picture so you can work toward meeting your unique retirement goals. Contact me, Teresa Cowden, your Edward Jones financial advisor on Main Street in New Concord. Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC.
In today's marketplace, you have many choices for insurance. WB Green Insurance, a representative of Westfield Insurance, is committed to providing you with excellent coverage for your home and auto at a fair and competitive price. Westfield has been in the neighborhood for over 150 years, providing peace of mind and quality insurance products through independent insurance professionals. Sharing knowledge, building trust is Westfield's pledge to their customers. Call WB Green Insurance today.
Tired of pushy, high-pressured salespeople? Today we have Bill Wilson, sales manager from Abel's Heating, Cooling, Electrical, and Refrigeration. Bill, what makes the Abel's sales team so different?
We treat the people we talk to just like we'd like to be treated. We describe what, in our opinion, are the best choices for the customer in their home. We answer any questions they might have and outline the excellent financing options that are available to them.
That's the Abel's difference. Abel's Heating, Cooling, Electrical, and Refrigeration. One company, one goal, your comfort.
Here at MDHC, we offer adult, dental, pediatric, women's, pharmacy, and transportation services, as well as behavioral health. We accept all patients. Make your appointment today if you're not feeling well.
School Bill Castler, Mike Snively with you here as we are putting together the final numbers right now. Tonight, the Ridgewood Generals come away with a 56-49 victory, and Mike, quite frankly, I thought the Generals did the job in the fourth quarter. They came out, they played good, tough defense, and they wouldn't back off, and John Glenn just couldn't find the scoring touch they'd had in the first three quarters. So basically, Ridgewood comes away with a victory. Credit their defense in the fourth quarter.
Absolutely, no doubt about it. And John Glenn just went in just a terrible funk there shooting the ball. Missed their first 11 shots to start the fourth quarter. Only down 3 starting the fourth quarter, but missed their first 11 shots. Credit the Ridgewood defense for contesting the three-point line and for pretty much contesting everything inside the paint as well, and did a much better job rebounding the basketball in the second half. So Ridgewood has a nice team. They play in a very good league, and I look for them to make some noise in the postseason again this year.
Well, they are pretty tough, and they really showed. They play good defense. They handle the basketball well, and they like to play up-tempo and are very, very good at it. So be interesting to see a game between them and Highland, who's so disciplined.
And they have played once this year. Highland was on the upper end of that one the first time, but they will play again because they play their teams twice in that division of the league. So, yeah, Ridgewood, fantastic effort there defensively. Got some really good players, and they share the basketball really well. But really impressed with them. John Glenn, on the other hand, just struggled. I think that the beginning of the fourth quarter really took them out of the ball game, and they just couldn't come back from that.
Two keys, and you're going to touch on this, but I really felt like the defense for Ridgewood, of course, as we talked about in the fourth quarter. Also, the Generals put in more ball handlers. They really stopped turning the ball over. John Glenn had been able to force some turnovers. Didn't happen so much in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, Ridgewood only with one turnover in that fourth quarter and only 5 in the second half. So, yeah, Ridgewood had like 3 or 4 guards at one point on the floor taking care of the ball and trying to, take care of the ball with that tough John Glenn defense, trying to get the game up tempo and making a comeback. Just didn't happen and wasn't meant to be tonight for the Muskies.
All right, let's take a look now at some of the team statistics. Let's look at them for the Generals.
Okay, Ridgewood, they shot the ball extremely well. Only took 34 shots. So if you think there's 32 minutes in a game, they only shot 34 shots. They were 19 of 34, shot 56% for the game. John Glenn, on the other hand, got it up 56 times. They were 19 of 56 for 34%. John Glenn also had a rebounding advantage, 26 to 20. 11 offensive rebounds for John Glenn. A lot of those were hustle rebounds. You got to credit John Glenn's hustle. They did go after a lot of loose balls and did come down with a lot of those. Ridgewood had 20 rebounds and only 2 of those offenses, 2 key ones they had 3 in the second half there. 3 offensive rebounds. I missed one there. 11 total turnovers for John Glenn, 16 for Ridgewood. And from the line, John Glenn was 3 of 6, and Ridgewood was 11 of 16. So those are your team statistics for Ridgewood, the 56-49 winner over John Glenn.
Just ended up that the Generals at game's end were playing better defense. They were taking better care of the basketball.
And you can see they've got some quality experience. They returned some key players from last year, and Tingle getting healthy from that shoulder surgery. He's a competitor, but I was really impressed with Caden Bradford, the big left-hander, 6'4" junior.
Yeah, wow, he had a really, really good game, and I mean he doesn't look like he's much of a player, but he gets in there, he positions himself correctly, he follows up on a lot of shots. They get him the ball down in the blocks, and he's tough.
He is tough, and Hamilton played a nice game, as did Patterson and Brandon. I was really impressed with this Ridgewood team, and that's why they're 10-3.
No doubt about it. Let's take a look at some of the individual statistics. We'll lead off with the Generals. Let's see. 2 points for Keegan Melander. He also did a nice job handling the basketball there in that fourth quarter. It was 3 points for Gabe Tingle, 3 points for Curtis Varian on a 3, 4 points for Deontay Brandon. It was 5 points for Cole Hamilton. Leading the way tonight for Ridgewood, 18 points for Caden Bradford and 21 points for Dalton Patterson. And Patterson is a player, isn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. And, I can't say enough about Ridgewood. They got some good shooters, too. But, John Glenn, when they get open looks and they get in a half-court set, they're a team that's going to be scary in the next few weeks just because they do have so many good shooters and guys that can step back, and even their big guys can shoot the 3. So both teams, I was impressed with the game tonight. It was a fun game to announce with you, and I'm looking forward to watching these two teams in the future.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's check the final numbers for John Glenn. Let's see, it was 2 points for Skylar Bates. He ended up fouling out, but I'll tell you what, he played a tough game on the floor, played tough defense. He created some turnovers. He just got a little bit too aggressive there in the fourth quarter, and he ended up fouling out. 2 points for Blade Barkley, 3 points for Chris Toombs. Big three-pointer at the end of the first half. He tied the game up 24 all at the half. 3 points for Noah Winland, the freshman. Not sure if those were his first varsity points. Hit a nice 3-point shot from the corner. 7 points for Braden Young. It was 8 points for Tough Zemba. Had 2 3-pointers and a 2, all in the second half. So Tough had a good basketball game. 10 points for Nathan Walker. He had 7 at the end of that. Hit a 3 in the third quarter. Then he went kind of quiet. And leading the way for John Glenn tonight, it was Avery Palmer with 14 points. I'll tell you what, he had a couple of tough driving layups in the fourth quarter. Those were the only points from the field that John Glenn had in that final period, and that was the difference tonight.
Yeah, they did a really good job on Palmer, moving him away from the basket instead of letting him get a direct beeline to the basket.
He had to work.
Yeah.
He did. He had to work, no doubt
And
about it.
speaking of Wendland's first points, I do not believe, I'm looking at a stat sheet here for the year, and it says he's averaging 3 points a game. So he was right on his average.
He's been in there, so
Yeah.
good for him. But
Yes.
just a freshman, too.
Yeah.
So something to look
A
forward
lot
to.
of potential there.
You can see that that he's going to be a player for John Glenn in years to come. But tonight it wasn't meant to be. The Ridgewood Generals come away with a 56-49 win. They improved to 10-3 on the year. John Glenn drops to 3-8. I want to thank you, Mike Snively, for doing the color with me tonight. Cam Summers and camera person, his sister, Ms. Summers, on the camera tonight. So they did a nice job. Yeah, Caitlin did a nice job. And final score once again from, I don't want to forget Jeff Reed.
No,
we
Jeff
can't forget Jeff Reed on the board for us tonight.
The
Did a great
crafty
job.
veteran back.
Yes, the crafty veteran, the best board. We got the best board up anyway. So, all right, final score once again tonight from John Glenn High School. It is Ridgewood 56, John Glenn 49. I'm Bill Castler. Have a great rest of your night.
High school basketball. Tonight's game is brought to you by Southeastern Med, Doan Ford, WB Green Insurance, West 40 Auto Sales, Muskingum Valley Health Centers, Edward Jones, Teresa Cowden, Park National Bank, and Abel's Electric Heating and Cooling.
This has been a presentation of ABC Communications.